Welcome and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. Been a while, but I'm back again with another build video. Now, today I decided to... Okay, this build's actually been in my mind for a while. I decided to make a HazPro build. Now, I could have made it in two ways.
Reinforcements en route.
That minigun's range is a lot wider than I remember, but I wanted to make a HazPro build, or a HazPro build, and realistically I had the choice of making a I had a choice between the method of going for that's one of the reasons I wanted to make a HazPro build, but I had the choice of going either for a full DPS build or maybe a tank build. I instead decided to go pseudo tank DPS. So I'm not squishy, but I'm also not quite that tanky. I do deal a decent amount of damage for being at 1. Okay, I'm not at 1.5, I believe, but I can get close. Okay. Where the fuck did you go? Let's get you out of here.
Civilians in danger.
Okay. So I believe I can get 1.5 mil if I actually rolled my rolls to full. That was a bit of an awkward initiation, actually. Another thing that I haven't quite decided yet is if I wanted to lose a bit of damage to throw protection from elites on my mod slots, because I can. Realistically, it wouldn't mean too much difference.
Armored hostile detected.
I messed up your uniform, agent! Damn it.
But as you can see, protection from elites is truly wonderful. Or not protection from elites, status effect protection. I play this build a bit in Summit,
in distress.
which is, I'd say, probably the main reason I built it, because having a build and then having a build shut down completely just because there's an EMP, that doesn't work for me.
Incoming hostiles detected.
But I do have some, like, pointers as to if you want to change the build around a bit. That I will be talking about promptly after we finish this. Come on. I do not want to take cover again. I want to get up. And now I'm playing Ring Around the Rosie again. Stop it. But yeah, these guys are also almost no longer a problem. I say almost because the biggest problem I'd probably say, or your biggest risk, is explosives.
Trying to get behind us. Get out!
Oh, hi. Yeah, I don't care. Don't care about your flamethrower. I am immune.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
I'll pull that fire.
Okay, you are not part of the raid. What else did I run into is my big problem now. Explode. Yeah, flamethrower me. I don't care. But as you can see, with stacks building, trading for 400,000 body shot crits, we're hitting half a mil on headshots.
I'll take them out!
I'm thinking for the tank build version of this, maybe putting on protection from elites mods, but yeah. Okay, so that was the showcase. Real quick breakdown for those of you who just want to get in and out. Specialization, we're running technician. Backfire, didn't put any thought into these two guns, so go ahead, roll whatever you wish. Ninja bike bag, one piece Cavalier, one piece Seska, one piece Walker Harris. Specifically running the Picarios because this is a tank roll, but you can roll something else if you wish. And then one piece Yawl with the Artificer Hive and the shield. Okay, now that was the quick summary of the build. For those of you who want a bit more substance, yeah, let's just get it started. Now this may get a bit confusing, so please bear with me, but there's a bunch of variants that I'm going to do that I wanted to say. Let's get through the build first and I'll explain how this works and then we can go to variants. So specialization, technician, we are running the technician for the Artificer Hive. Additionally, we are also running the Brazos, or the Picarios holster for its extra yellow core. We'll get to that very soon. But yeah, technician skill tree for the Artificer Hive, and then just the normal Crusader half shield there. For weapons, I'm running the backfire. My backfire isn't rolled as I wanted to. We have SMG damage, crit chance, those are core that I can't do. My attribute is magazine size. Now, I would have preferred damage to targets out of cover. Mainly because for the multiplicative damage, or as it goes that way. The backfire's talent is payment in kind. Dealing damage to enemy adds a stack of 1% crit hit damage up to 200 stacks lasting 10 seconds, so 200% additional critical hit damage. And then on reload, apply a 10 second bleed to yourself, which deals 0.5% armor damage per stack. So 10 seconds of bleed at if you're at full stacks, that's going to be applying what 100 would be 100%. Yeah, it adds up to 100% of your armor will be chewed through. However, we are running status effect resistance. We are completely resistant to the bleed, so don't worry too much on that. We are running the thing that is holding this entire thing together. We are running the Ninja Bike bag, just resourceful, slots in, equipped an additional gear set or brand set. So we're just getting 2-piece bonus on everything instead of just the 1-piece bonus with it. It has a critical hit damage mod on it. Now, second piece, we're running Cavalier. It has 30% hazard protection. Scrolling down, it also has a hazard protection rolled in its attributes, a crit chance mod there. Seska is going to be critical hit chance and 10% HazPro that we're getting from the brand set, weapon damage rolled, crit chance, crit damage, and a crit damage mod. Now, this is the first little thing. If you are below level 2000 or level 1000, yeah, if you are below level 1000, your Shade Watch is not going to be maxed. If you want this build to run properly, you can do one of two things. Focus on getting your hazard protection here maxed out. This gives 10%. If not, you're going to be dealing a little bit less damage, but roll a sub-attribute of status effect resistance here. That would work perfectly fine. Then you'd be at 100% additional. Yeah. Then Walker Harris, we're getting our 2-piece. We are getting damage, weapon damage and damage to armor. i.e. the damage to targets out of cover that I wanted, but I can't get it on that, so I just kind of gave up. Critical hit damage and HazPro rolled on them. Then Brazos, I am running specifically for, like I said, the one skill tier for the Artificer Hive. Skill haste doesn't particularly matter in this case. 10% protection from elites rolled, and then the raid core rolled as well. So you could use this if you're going for tankiness for the blue and the raid core specifically, but that is up to you. Then we have our Y'all Gear knee pads. Yeah, 10% HazPro, 5% weapon damage, and then armor roll, hazard protection, and crit chance rolled there. That's basically the build. So this is going to be pretty much the end of the video. However, I'm going to go into variants now. So if you want to stick around if you want to see that. If not, I do appreciate for watching. If you did enjoy, hit like, hit subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you definitely next time. But for those of you who want a bit more variancy, here we go. So my first note that I am experiencing is there are two other specializations we could go for if we wanted to. I'm thinking about switching to survivalist. Main reason being, the Artificer Hive just doesn't seem to be keeping the shield up as well as it should. Yes, it's proccing, it's healing a little bit, but I'm not feeling it that much. I'm thinking about going with survivalist for the 10% protection from elites, and then rolling my 3 mods protection from elites as well. This is a pseudo damage build, I guess, because we are leaning more into tank. But we will be losing a teensy bit of damage, but we'll be making it back up now. I will mention that now. So that's that way. If you want to lean more into damage, just firewall build could work nicely with a Crusader shield. That's just mentioning. If I do decide to go away from especially the technician skill tree, I'm also going to be losing this. I'll probably just be using the Reviver Hive, but Picario's holster, this is going to be then more of an even spread tank to DPS. If you wanted to, you could go GS. I don't know if I do have a Grupo Sombra on me. Brazos. RK, Genix, Golan, Plasteel. Sorry. I mean, you could go Grupo Sombra as well, but you could go Sokolov, not specifically the named gloves, but Sokolov will give you the SMG damage and crit hit damage, so you will be gaining a bit of damage there. And this default comes rolled red, so you'll have that as well. And then naturally, Grupo comes with the... Why is Grupo in my head? For some reason, I can't recall what Grupo gives me now. I know I have a piece of Grupo somewhere. I just do not recall where it is. Siska. Okay, there is a Grupo piece. Okay, it gives the crit hit damage. Sokolov would be the better roll. Okay, so don't mind me. Ignore the Grupo. Sokolov definitely the better roll. So get a Sokolov holster in that case. And that would make up a bit more damage because you're getting SMG damage and you're getting the crit damage, a bit more crit damage, where you're losing 15% weapon damage here. It's kind of I don't quite know. Maybe that's gonna be personal preference. I may play around with it a bit. But yeah. Then another switch you could do. Now this is if you have it, because I know not a lot of people have it, especially newer players are probably definitely not going to have it, is if you have this guy, the Hollow Man, you could throw it in there. The reason I don't have it on there is because not a lot of people have it, and I wanted more of a realistic thing of it. I also don't know how much the weapon damage is, or the health damage is going to affect it, but you could swap around the Cavalier into knees and then just equip the Hollow Man up top, which I'm actually tempted to do so because I do have these knees. They're not maxed yet. I may actually do that and just run it a bit and see how it goes. With that way around. But yeah, that's basically the variancy of this specifically. If you wanted to, you could run full shield, roll everything instead of crit chance and damage, just roll everything into headshot. Maybe mulligan in the Yal gear down here somewhere, and then use the punch drunk for headshots, and then just run around headshotting people with a determined pistol. I'm not quite sure if, I know perfect determined doesn't work, but if you could get a police revolver with determined or a D50 with determined, I'm not quite sure how much damage that would do, but you'd probably be one-shotting up to, I don't know heroic or legendary, but you'll definitely be one-shotting up to there. But hey, I'm just spouting on now. That's the build, that's the variancy. Please be sure, if you do experiment and roll with different things, please do comment and tell me, listen, this was wonderful, I liked the way that this rolled. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.